Welcome to Double Vision. We're your hosts,
Maddie
and Millie,
where we dive into the unique world of twin life. Double the trouble,
double the fun.
And welcome back to another week of Double Vision.
Welcome back.
It's been a long week,
Really?
for me. Yeah, I feel like
I'm nothing.
nothing.
So,
That's not true.
well, I mean, not a ton though.
Yeah, I guess really only like one big thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess kind of two, but anyways.
Well, I guess we'll just go through how our weeks were last week. And so after last week's episode, I went and got a massage at Ross Bridge, and it was such a good massage. She wasn't like too hard, like nothing was ever like, sometimes you get a massage and you're like,
This hurts.
Please be done.
You
Like,
leave and you have bruises on your back.
Finish soon. Finish this part. That was not the case at all. Like, it was so good. And I haven't really told Millie about my massage just because it was a massage. It was really good, though. I really liked it. I did sign up for the spa card. So that was good. I'm really excited to go back. Like we were talking about last week, I really want a facial, but I just know your skin is so sensitive. Like, even if I did something like pre-pregnancy all the time and I were to do it now, like, it's possible that something could happen, with you can get a reaction with your skin. So I don't know my journey of a facial until the baby's here, but I feel like within 6 weeks of being postpartum, a massage would be like a really good little break for let Dustin watch her for a little bit and go get a facial. I mean, I'd probably do both, honestly, but
Yeah.
I feel like a facial would be good just because I haven't had one in so long. And I want to do like a deep one, not just like, I'm going to cleanse your face and put some moisturizer on. And
Yeah, I need them to get like the saws and all that good stuff out.
Exactly.
The tools.
Yes, I want the tools and everything, but my skin is in a good place right now with being pregnant, because in my first trimester, my skin was just not good. So, skin's in a good place right now. I'm going to try and keep it that way until at least we have like newborn pictures, I think, or whatever. I don't know. I could change my mind and not get one at all, or get one 2 weeks when she's here. So who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, the massage was great. And all the amenities that you can use at Ross Bridge if you book a service like I was talking about last week, but I didn't know what they were. So they have like a steam room. Obviously, I can't use that right now. I mean, I could probably get in for like 2 minutes, but like, not really worth it. Yeah. They have a steam room. They have a whirlpool. Again, not something I'm currently able to utilize, but they have one other thing, and I just cannot remember what it is. But I don't even know if I told you this. One of the really nice things is like, you're not sitting in like a waiting room. Like, you go in, they give you a robe, they give you shoes, and which I don't know if this is like, it's a spa, so like, I don't know if this is typical massage places.
Yeah.
But because I went to Birch Tree, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
In December, and they literally just put me in a room. I sat in like their waiting room. The waiting room is like so small. There's like 2 chairs in there, which it was a great. Like, I would go back there too. It was fantastic. But like, they just put me back in a room, and like, I didn't have a robe or anything.
Yeah. That's how it was when I went to that one place in Fort Payne.
Well, and I figure like, because they're not like a resort style, I guess that's probably why. But this place, they give you a robe, and they've got like changing rooms. They've got showers. Oh, they have a hot tub. That's the thing I think that I was forgetting. And obviously, I definitely can't do that either.
Were people using that stuff while you were there?
Yeah, because they give you a tour of the place, and they're like, this is where this is. This is where yeah, it was so nice. And the girl, I was like, me and her could be friends. Like, she was just so sweet. So anyways, they put you in like this waiting room, and of course everybody's like in their robes, and you think, oh, that's so weird. Well, they have like little dividers you can use, so like you don't even have to see the person like sitting next to you, and like obviously they're not like sitting this close to you. Like, it's a huge waiting room, and they have like refreshments in there, like a cheese platter and like a fruit platter, and like cucumber lemon water and stuff like that. So it was really nice. I didn't eat because I was honestly a little bit late. Just because I had to stand at the front desk for so long, because obviously I don't know where the spa is, and I'm not just going to walk around a hotel. So it was
you going really, like, where's the spa?
Yeah, I was like standing there, and I'm sure that that's like a common thing.
Oh yeah.
Because also I didn't know where the elevators were.
Yeah.
And also, do most places, I mean, I guess some places have like, oh, this is what's on each floor, but like, that's not how Ross Bridge is. And so there was a man who was checking in front of me, and he was doing like an early check-in because his flight had gotten there early. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, my flight got here early. And the guy at the front desk was like, oh no, your room's actually ready, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the phones are ringing and everything, so I was just like,
they're doing a little chit-chat.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have any luggage on me. Clearly, I'm not trying to check into the hotel. I just have a question. Of course, nobody walks by that I could ask or anything, which is fine. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But that is why they tell you to get there, 15, 20 minutes early. I think I walked inside like 10 minutes before my appointment because I was on the phone with y'all.
Yeah.
And so, literally, I think I stood there for like 8 minutes, and I was like almost running to the elevator because I was like, I do not want them to like cancel my appointment because I haven't checked in or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was just like, because I know like the service places are pretty strict about that. And I know like with my business, if my clients aren't there within 5 minutes, just because I want to make sure like they can find me and everything, I'm like, hey, you good? Like, I don't know. So I hate being late to that stuff, which then I got back there, and then I didn't know that they had to do the tour and everything too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You did that before your massage?
Yeah. So, but it was good. I wasn't like late or anything. And of course, like, they start at 2:10. It's a 50-minute. I was there until 3, that type of thing. So, but it was good. Like, I'm excited to go back. I think you'd really like the girl who massaged me, because she had, like I said, gentle hands and was like, oh, is this good? And I typically don't like to talk during a massage, and like I didn't talk, but like I didn't feel
like the uncomfortable, awkward silence.
Yeah, no, I was like almost asleep. But of course, with a prenatal massage, if y'all don't know, because I didn't know, you have to
flip like a fish.
You have to flip. Yeah, you have to like put your legs over a pillow, and then they have to help you also. So it's just like, it's not like a normal massage, like where you're just on your back the whole time. Like they have to ask you 10, 15 minutes in for you to flip. And so you don't really, I don't want to say you don't have time to go to sleep, but it's like once you're like getting into that peaceful little sleep, they're like, okay,
time to flip.
Yeah, they're time to flip. And like I said, they've got to help you and everything. Yeah. So I'm ready to just be able to lay on my back. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, that was good. I had the massage, then I got my hair done, and then what was Thursday? What did we do on Thursday? Oh, I got my toenails done. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And then I tanned, and Dustin, he really kind of got started on the nursery upstairs doing some stuff on that was Thursday. It's hard to swallow. I don't know what's wrong. I still have like sinus drainage from a couple weeks ago, which is so annoying. I forgot to talk to my doctor about that too.
Did you not make a list?
I did, but that was not on there, unfortunately. But anyways, Friday we had pictures, and my pictures, they turned out so good. And literally like the whole time, I was like, Millie was my fan girl. Like she brought fans and was like literally so like the fans could be like airing my face.
Literally I was like this the whole time.
Not because I was hot or anything, but because I wanted like the wind blown look, and we were in a studio.
And she got it.
Yeah, it was good. We got sneak peeks back on Saturday, and I'm ready to get the rest of them back because I'm just like, they were so good. And I'm trying to wait to post until a little closer to time. I don't really know why. I just kind of am, I guess, until I get all of them back. But I've got some fan favorites for sure. And Dustin was showing one of his coworkers them yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted to see him because she knew that. I don't know if she knew before that we were taking pictures. Like, I don't know if he told her last week. I'm assuming he did because they were in Tullahoma together.
Well, and she was recommending places for y'all to eat over there too.
Yeah. We did eat at 412 Public House, which we were also recommended all steak, but
that was the place that Maddie was talking about last week.
Yes, and we were told that I guess it went under new management or something, and so it's not as good as it used to be. But Dustin's coworker was like, oh yeah, 412 Public House is like a place that her and her husband frequent, I would assume. And it was good. I walked into Millie's house yesterday, and she was like, I'm ready to go back.
I don't really say that about a lot of places.
Yeah, no. It was good. And then after that, we had a debacle that Millie will get to here in a bit. Because it's just always something, it just has to be. And then we went to Trader Joe's Friday night, nothing crazy. Well, that's crazy for us. I feel
Yeah,
like.
it is crazy.
The older you get, the more it's like getting on 280 and like going to the Summit to like shop and eat. Go to Trader Joe's. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. That's a good time on a Friday night. It wasn't like super busy or anything either, so that was nice. And then Saturday, my in-laws came over, and Dustin and my father-in-law and Dustin's manager, who was so kind, came over and helped us start on the nursery officially, like the big project that we're doing. So I don't know if I've said this before, but we're doing almost like the picture frame or window frame trim. Mm-hmm. And then we did like chair rail molding. Not that there's any guys listening to this, but if there is, then I'm sure you know what that is. Or if you're a girl into interiors, then you probably know what that is too. But it's just like the trim that goes just like across like in the middle of the wall. So we started on that. They didn't get to finish it because they had so much to do. And with them being engineers and knowing me, they were like so precise with everything. So he'll have to come back, but that's okay because we got like the main wall done that we were really wanting to, and then another wall. So I asked Dustin what we were doing on Saturday since it's going to be like almost 80 degrees, and he was like, we're working on the nursery. And I'm like, we or you? And he's like, well, it's not like you're really going to do anything without me. And I'm like, I know. So anyways, that was really, really, really exciting that we were able to start on that. And I don't want to say my vision's coming to life, but like that was
it's starting to.
That was the hardest part of me envisioning it, because I felt like me and Dustin were on two different pages and of what I was wanting. But I was just like, he's got it. I think he can, like, I sent him a bunch of pictures. So I was like, I'm sure he can figure out from these pictures, like, what he can do, because it's confusing. Like, if you see her room, there's literally something on every wall, like a window, a closet, a bathroom, the door to leave. There's something on every single wall. And so he was like trying to figure out how to get everything to look good and even and everything. So they did a great job. Like, I walked upstairs and I told my mother-in-law, I was like, I hope Dustin knows what I'm wanting, because I'm nervous. And then I didn't really go up there until they were done pretty much. And I was like, wow. And I said, I'm obsessed. And Dustin's manager thought I said I'm upset. And I was like, he's like, why are you upset? And I was like, no, I'm obsessed. And he was like, okay, good. That's not what I thought you said. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so excited. So that really was the biggest thing that's happened, that and pictures. So enough about me. You want to get to your story?
Well, first of all, I have a testing date for boards.
Oh, yeah,
which is fun. It's coming up. It's here in a little over 2 weeks. I will update y'all on how that goes. Mm-hmm. And in the last podcast, I told y'all I was supposed to be getting a couch. I didn't get a couch. They changed the time that they were going to come at like the last minute, and
literally like it was Thursday night?
Yeah. And so we were like, okay, well that probably works, because we were going with them to take the pictures and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I needed Millie. I was like, you kind of need to come with me. Like, I need somebody, because Dustin can't do it because he's in the pictures.
Yeah. And so Julio and the baby just ended up tagging along.
Yeah.
It was just a fun little outing for all of us.
Because we were going to lunch and everything. Yeah. We were like, yeah, of course. Like, we want y'all to come.
And one thing about Julio is if there's a new restaurant that he can try, he's going to go.
Yeah,
he'll do what he has to make sure he goes. So
yeah. He hears food and he's like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So the couch was originally supposed to be there between like 3 and 7, and then they changed it to 2 and 6, I think. Or maybe it was 3 and 6 and 2 and 5. Regardless, it doesn't matter.
3 and 2 were the big things.
And so we were like 3, like, that's no problem. We'll be back in time for that. And then they changed it to 2. We were like, oh, we can probably make it.
And normally they're not there, and they weren't. They're right at 2.
And so you never know what time they're going to be there either. Like the last time, I've told y'all before, they came at 6 o'clock in the morning to my house.
Yeah, and they told her 7.
Yeah. So between 7 and 11, and they showed up at 6. So, we were on our way home, and Julio got a call, and we were like, what, like maybe 30 minutes away.
We weren't even that far. We were 15 because we were on 459.
That's right. And so, like, we were pretty close to the house. We're like, we've been waiting. Like, are y'all coming? And Julio was like, well, y'all changed the time, but yes, we're almost there. And they're like, okay, well, we have to leave in like 15 minutes or something like that. Mm-hmm. We pull onto our road, and Dustin's like, there's your couch.
Yep.
And the people driving are taking our couch away. So Julio's calling, and it's this whole thing because they're like, yeah, you'll have to talk to the COO. Like, we can't do anything about it, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, and there's also a redelivery fee. And Julio was like, well, I'm not paying that. And it was like a whole thing, which ultimately we got it figured out, and we don't have to pay anything for them to redeliver it because ultimately it was their fault, and they admitted to that.
Yeah, I was about to say, the thing is it's not like they called like right when they got to their house.
Yeah,
either.
They never called and let us know. It wasn't the delivery drivers are supposed to call you and say, hey, we're heading that way. We never got a call.
Yeah, they're supposed to really call like 10, 15 minutes away from your house, and they never did that.
Ashley called and was like, our people are at your house, like, are you there? And Julio was like, no, I'm not there. I'm almost there, but I'm not. And so it was like this whole debacle. And so we still don't have our couch though. It'll be here on Thursday though. Could show up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll find out, or evening. We'll see.
We have no plans that day. Our parents are coming into town, so.
Literally, Julio told me I was not allowed to leave the house that day until our couch is there. And I was like, I can do that. I'll make sure that I'm there. I am available for these people any time of the day. So.
Yeah, like we literally missed them by like maybe a minute. Like we were literally on our street and we passed them, and it was so frustrating. And Julio called and was like, literally, we just passed y'all, turn around.
Yeah,
and
they
like, no.
But they said that they had to take the couch off of the truck to load it onto another truck at that point. We were just like, huh?
That literally they could have made a circle because our street is kind of a circle. So they literally could have, instead of turning out of the neighborhood, they could have just made the little circle, and literally they wouldn't have even had to bring it inside. They literally could have just put it in the driveway.
We could have done it.
Got it in. But
it was insane.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a good thing we had such a terrible experience the first time, because that's also partly why we don't have to pay the redelivery fee.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you did call them and complain about that. Otherwise, and like that was documented. So that's good.
But I don't want to ever deal with Ashley furniture ever again unless I'm going to the store and I'm buying it right then and there and taking it home with me.
Yeah, like loading it in your own car or truck or whatever.
No white glove delivery for me anymore.
No, because with them it's not really white glove.
No,
like,
it's
they
not.
Shouldn't call it that.
It's weed glove.
Yeah, they're like, we're bringing it.
No, weed and dirty hand delivery.
It'll get to your house delivery.
Yeah, literally.
Hopefully.
It might get to your house delivery.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting on this since Thanksgiving, might I add. It's almost Valentine's Day.
Before Thanksgiving. Y'all ordered it the week before, because y'all got like the Black Friday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
it was around. It was around. Before? It was sometime, either the week over or the week before. I can't remember.
It was the week
exactly.
before.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was there with y'all, and you got your haircut.
Yeah, that's right.
And I had to shoot that day.
Mm-hmm, that's right. So before Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. So.
Well, hopefully it'll be here soon.
Yep. I want a place to sit.
Trust me, same. And a TV to watch at your house.
Yeah, Maddie won't come to my house unless it's just like to pick me up, because I don't have anywhere to sit or anything to watch.
I was there for like an hour and a half yesterday, probably 2 hours.
Yeah, but we sat outside the whole time. So.
Yeah, my dog, if you're on YouTube, he really wanted out, and he loves to sunbathe.
Big outside guy.
Yeah, so we sat outside pretty much the whole time, which the weather right now in Alabama is fantastic.
So lovely.
Yeah, yesterday I think the high was like 72. I think that's what it's supposed to be today. And like I said, this weekend on Saturday it's supposed to be around 80. But then it's going to get cold next week while we are already in cold weather, so that won't bother me.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, I did have an OB appointment this morning. I haven't even told Millie how it went. I went to her house. I called my mom when I left the appointment, and just to let her know, I texted my mother-in-law and everything. And I was going to call you, but then I was like, just tell her on the podcast. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. We scheduled our appointments till 34 weeks. So I'm going every 2 weeks now, which is exciting, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not going to, like, it's the same. I was with my doctor for all of probably 5 minutes today just because what is there to do? Nothing. Like, they got my vitals, and then she heard the baby's heartbeat and everything, and she was like, she was interested in our trip and everything. And the last time I went, my stomach was so itchy, so red, so inflamed, bumpy. And so she was asking me about that, obviously. She was like, I showed her the picture, and she was like, this is night and day. And I was like, I know. And she was like, your baby's grown so much since the last time I saw you, since I didn't see her at my last appointment a month ago.
You saw her last at what, like 16 weeks, probably?
20.
Or 20, yeah.
And so it was good to see her again. Not that the nurse practitioner couldn't do, the same thing. And I am seeing the nurse practitioner, not at my next appointment, but the one after that. I'm assuming my doctor's probably going on vacation or something, spring break maybe. I don't know. So have all my appointments, and she's not breached anymore.
Okay.
My doctor, I was
I told you she was moving around constantly.
I know, but it's just, it was a fear of mine. And I've been doing, what is that exercise?
Spinning babies.
I've been doing spinning babies a lot, where like I'll put my legs up on my couch and then almost like a tripod on the couch, but you leave your legs on the couch. So doing that, and I mean, that's really it. Just trying to walk on my walking pad. Not a lot, but at least a couple of times a day, just to move, get the heart rate and blood flowing and everything. So she is flipped. I'm very excited about that. My doctor was like, yep, she's perfect. Her heartbeat was 152, and my blood pressure was like 118 over 72. So good. That's pretty much it. I mean, we were not in and out because she had patients before me, but we sat in the waiting room for probably 20 minutes, like not bad. And then probably in the back for like 30, and we really weren't there for, I think, maybe an hour. So
That's not bad.
No. And then of course it takes forever with scheduling because they're like, oh, we have this date, and then, well, actually, what about this date? Because I know it's because they wanted me to see the doctor instead of like going and seeing the nurse practitioner like 2 appointments in a row. So, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I do love when I get to see my doctor just because I like my doctor a lot. But yeah, we're just happy I don't have to have that stress anymore, even though I'm still going to keep doing it just because I know it's good to like prepare for birth and everything and all that stuff. So I texted my mother-in-law, and she was like, it's crazy. Like, she's fixing to be here. And I'm like, I know, it's getting close. So I'm very excited. We will have a child soon. Crazy. Are you excited?
Yeah.
To have a niece?
Well, duh. I literally just bought her socks at the dollar store.
I know. Millie gave me these socks from the dollar store. They look like Barefoot Dreams. They're so cute. I'm excited to have her room done and my shower done so we can start like organizing her closet and everything.
When's your shower again?
March 30th. Her closet is a mess right now. Dustin went in the other day. He hasn't been in it in a while because he was putting like all the teapots and stuff that I bought in there. And he was like, why is her closet such a nightmare? And I was like, I mean, just get used to it. I mean, she's a girl. And he's like, no, we will not be having her closet like this. And I'm like, well, once we have more hangers, everything will be better. Like, she needs more hangers. She's got too many clothes and not enough hangers. And I added like 3 packs of 50 on her registry.
That's good. You'll need them.
Yeah, especially once because I know people will bring plenty of clothes to the shower and stuff too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very excited that everything's good. So that's pretty much my update for the doctor.
So what is this bed eaters on the...
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think about people that eat in bed? It's like a common thing, obviously. Like if you're watching Netflix or something, like people get their snack and they eat in the bed.
I mean, I used to keep party snacks by my bed.
Well, obviously, like, if that was when you were pregnant, though, and, like, you need something next to you.
Yeah, I mean, I ate in bed the other night at Mom's house. I had some ramen noodles. Cause, like, one thing about me is with my son, like, when I put him down at 7 o'clock, like, we're both down at 7 o'clock. Like, I'm not leaving the room.
And you co-sleep.
Yes. So I'm not leaving the room. But that means I also don't eat dinner most of the time. Like, very rarely do I eat dinner these days, really. Especially when it's just me and the baby. So,
which is most of the time.
yeah. So, it hit me at like 9:30 that night. I was like, if I don't eat something, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, because your stomach's going to be going crazy.
I was so hungry. And at our mom's house, our joke is all that's there is baby food.
Mom, do not get mad listening to this.
Yeah, so because they just keep like
soft food,
beans
easy to fix,
and rice,
easy to
canned
fix
goods,
food.
which I mean I do too now for my son, but hence baby food.
Yeah.
So they just don't have anything, and so she had some ramen noodles there, and they were the hot and spicy chicken ones.
Oh, a good flavor.
Yeah, the best flavor, because
Yeah.
I probably haven't had those since like college sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made them, and one thing about me is my son's crawling. Well, not me, but my son he's crawling now, and so most mornings when I wake up, he's crawling on me. So I'm scared he's gonna crawl out of the bed.
Yeah.
So I made these ramen noodles in like a minute and a half and ran back to the bed to make sure he was still asleep. And of course he was.
Yeah.
But, so I had ramen noodles the other night. But I mean, like, if you're going to be eating something that's like crumbly, that's nasty. Like, that's like crackers or chips or something. No.
Yeah.
But like something that is in like a cup or a bowl or a plate or something. I'm not mad about that. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I personally think it's disgusting. Like, I can't think of anything else that's more foul than that.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna do it here at, my house because like my room stank like ramen noodles like
Yeah.
the whole day yesterday too, and I don't
can
want
imagine.
that in my room. And anytime I've seen Julia walk in our room with something to eat, I'm like,
Turn around.
turn that butt back around and go to the kitchen.
I don't know. I think it's so gross. I can't. The kitchen's made for eating. You eat in the kitchen.
What about the living room?
No, I don't really eat in here. Don't really like that either. I mean, before we had furniture and we had to,
Yeah.
then we would.
Yeah.
But no, that's not a journey that I typically explore. I like to stay in the kitchen.
Fair enough.
Or if I have like a handful of grapes, then like, sure, I'll come in here and sit on the couch, or sometimes even popcorn if we're like watching Netflix. But
Yeah.
not really. That's not really my journey. Not my destination.
Okay. What's this TV recap about?
Oh, if anybody is watching Southern Charm, I need to know. My mom and I were talking about it the other day, and I'm literally just like praying that we good? Okay. I'm literally just praying that it does not get canceled this season, or like,
It's so boring.
it's pretty boring this season. But it's my favorite show. Like, I have such an emotional attachment to this show.
You do.
I really would be so upset if something were to happen to
How
it.
many seasons are there?
This is season 10, so it's getting up there.
When did it start?
I didn't start watching until 2019, I think. But like, I bought the first 3 seasons. Like, I owned them because I didn't know of another way to watch them. Like, they're on Amazon or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, and like sometimes I'll go back and I'll like still watch them because they're so monumental. If you have started Southern Charm and you're like in the middle of like season 6 or something, go back to the beginning and watch it all the way through, because it really shows like how the only main characters that are still on are Shep and Craig, but Craig was like fresh out of college, like still, well, I guess kind of fresh out of law school. In season 1, even though he wasn't technically a lawyer, because he didn't finish all of his requirements for the bar and everything.
So he's not a lawyer now?
No, he is, because everybody was like on his back about it. Millie needs to watch it because she doesn't know what I'm talking about. But that's also why I have such a love for Charleston, is this show. I don't know. It's my favorite. And if anything happens, I'm just going to be really upset. I don't know. I just really like this show so much, and I just don't want anything to happen to it. Mainly,
You're like protected at all costs.
Yes, I'm like, Vanderpump Rules they're getting a new cast. I'm not mad about it, just because like it's not really my show anymore. I started that in 2023, I think. I still haven't finished it just because there's so many. There's 12 seasons or 11 seasons, I think, and they're on the 12th now, but with a new cast. Or they're filming right now for it, I'm pretty sure. But I've always wanted to go to Charleston while they were filming Southern Charm, and now they have Southern Hospitality too. And Southern Hospitality is kind of like what Southern Charm was almost in the beginning, just more like club-like, because it's based off of Leva's Club, and we went there before at my bachelorette trip. We went to like all the places on King Street, which was so fun. Because obviously, like when you're with a group of girls versus like your boyfriend, fiance, husband. Because we went there in 2019 for the first time. We were just dating. 2021 we got engaged, and then we went last year to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. So it's obviously a different, like, you're not really going to go to a club with your husband and on your bachelorette trip, like that's what you do, or that's what we did. We weren't like there when it was like the club. Well, I guess we went back one of the nights, I think Friday night maybe,
one of them, yeah,
but we got there super early and like took a picture in front of like the sign and everything. Come here. But I really like that, and I'm starting to get into Southern Hospitality too. It's like, that's not my show, but like I'll watch it just because I know it's Charleston based, and like I know a lot of the places that they go and stuff. So I don't know, I just don't want it to get canceled.
Yeah.
But I guess if it does, then there's always Southern Hospitality. But it's just not the same as Southern Charm. When I've grown up with these characters,
what is that girl's name that was married or dating the old man, and she had a baby? And she's not on it anymore. No, she got booted off last season, I think. She wasn't on it last season. Like fired? Yeah. Yeah. And you liked the whole thing. For the drama. Yeah, but she was kind of crazy. And Thomas was crazy. He hasn't been on in like since like season 4, I think, or something like that. But yeah, if you need a good show to watch on Bravo, Southern Charm. I just don't like those shows. It's so good. It's so good. How do you not? I just don't. I like The Office. That's why. Yeah, The Office isn't really for me. It's not really my journey. That's my comfort show. Trust me. I know. What else we got on this list to talk about? Nursery. We pretty much talked about everything. Yeah. My doctor appointment update. Oh, I saw this quote on Instagram the other day. I think, or maybe it was Facebook. I can't remember. Tell me what you think about it. I never worry until I have to worry. Wish I could relate. I know. I'm like, that would be that is like such a good way to live. Like literally just going through life, like not being worried about anything. Yeah. And then like the only time you're worried is like when like you really have something going on. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm not really super worried most of the time. I always am. You see those videos people are doing right now, and it's like, unfortunately, my nervous system can't distinguish between like packing for a trip and an animal attack or something like that. I'm like, that is literally me about daily life. Really? Yes. I don't know why though, because I think it's just generalized anxiety disorder. Yeah, probably. And I don't know why, because like I don't have anything to be anxious about. I'm just always like preemptively anxious about something. Yeah, I mean, it changes too when you're a mom and you're like the sole person with your child. Like, see, instead of 24/7, it's like 21/6 basically. She's always with their child because Julio's always at work. Yeah, so, which I don't mind. I love it. Yeah, and like that's kind of the role that I took on myself. Yeah. Wanted to. I mean, that's literally what I'm fixing to do. But my husband doesn't work as much as Julio's. I mean, he works a ton, but like a lot of the work he does can be done from home. Yeah, he can do it from home. Like we were talking about, we're so gracious for his company, and this is a big reason why we chose to move to Birmingham is for his company, and he gets 8 weeks of paternity leave, which is fantastic because especially in Alabama, even mothers don't really get maternity leave a lot of places. Like that's, I don't want to say uncommon, but it's not super common for even a mom to get maternity leave, but even paternity leave is kind of crazy, I feel like. It's rare. Yeah. But he's an engineer, and he's what is he? Something defensive contractor. I think he's gonna listen to this and be like, how have I worked there for almost 2 years and you still not know what I do? But he works on government contracts basically. He's not he doesn't work for the government or anything, but anyways, so we really liked his company because he gets 8 weeks of paid paternity leave, and the best part about it is that he doesn't have to take it all at once. So we were talking about like what
that is going to look like for him and for me, because obviously, like, I want us to spend as much time together as possible, but he gets bored, and which obviously with a newborn, like, we're probably not going to get bored, but I want him to save that time too. So I don't know. We're talking about going to the beach, like on Thursdays and Fridays, and I was telling her about that earlier. Well, why was I talking about that?
We were talking about taking the baby to the beach.
No, before. Like, why did I bring that up?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this and be like, man, I had a great point with this.
You're talking about
with
paternity
Dustin's
leave.
work and everything. So, and he'll probably work from home some. I know a lot of the newer parents there, they're like ready to get back to work, but like maybe not be in the office full time. So
it's like a good transition.
Yeah. So we'll probably do that a lot. I'm glad I was able to remember because I was like, I knew I had a point with this. But Dustin is able, his schedule for work is pretty flexible unless he's traveling, which is pretty, not often, but at least once a month usually. So, but Julio, his job is working at work.
Stupid.
Yeah. So that's why I'm excited. Millie will be here to help me and everything. And yeah, I'm glad that you moved closer. So Millie comes over almost every night and kind of hangs out until we eat dinner and it's time for the baby to go to bed. So yeah.
You ready to do products?
Yes.
I'll let you do yours first.
Okay.
I think I have an eyelash in my eye.
Oh, that's the worst. On Sunday, I had like a sty like on my waterline, and I was so worried because I was like, "What is fixing to happen with my eye?"
Gosh.
Like, you never know with a sty; it could go away like that, or it could.
Especially because you have a history.
Yeah, I had a sty in kindergarten, and I was talking to Dustin. I was like, "What do I do? Like, do I need to put something on it?" And he was like, "I don't know. I've never had one." And I was like, "I have, and I feel like I had one maybe a couple years ago too, or something. I can't remember, but I know I've had another one
skin
since.
on your eye.
Yeah, they say a nurse told me when I was in kindergarten to like lay down on your back and put a potato skin on your eye. So that's what we did, but it lasted a long time. It was not like a quick remedy or anything.
Yeah, and they make medications that actually help that stuff now.
Yeah,
so.
because that was literally 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're so old.
Probably 21 years ago, actually.
Yeah, like I can't even think about it. Okay, this is my product of the week. It's the Caudalie. It's literally just water. It's called grape water, but with my skin being grape water, yeah. It soothes, moisturizes my sensitive skin. So what I use this for,
spraying me in the face.
My skin is so dry because of pregnancy, and I bought this way before I was pregnant. Like, I think I bought this, we were still living in Auburn, so probably like summer 2023, and I kind of forgot about it. I saw it upstairs sitting on my vanity a few weeks ago, and I was like, I'll bring this downstairs, just because, I don't know, it's water, so it might be good just to refresh my skin and everything. Yeah. And with my skin being so dry in pregnancy, moisturizer doesn't work. I have to exfoliate my face and then put Vaseline on because moisturizer is just not cutting it, and I need something thick, and so I put a thick layer on at night and then like a thin layer in the morning, like I have it on like right now, and I even put it on under my makeup, and I feel like it makes my makeup look better.
Really?
Yeah, which is why I used it last week as my product of the week, because I have a newfound love for Vaseline. But this, I just spray it over top. Like I've left it in the kitchen, and when I see it, I'm just like, oh, I'll spritz my face, and I feel like it just adds a little something extra to my skin, a little extra moisture. But I really, really like this stuff, and I think it's literally just water. Well, it says 100% raisins, bio, and then 100% organic grapes. Yeah, literally the ingredients is grape water. So I really like this stuff though. It's doesn't really smell. It's vegan. Not that that's like super important or anything, but pretty good. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So my product of the week is my Avia jacket. This is a Lulu dupe, and it's got the little thumb hole. I've had this since 2022 sometime.
Did you wear that here?
Yeah.
That's the jacket you wore here?
Yeah. But like this was like my favorite jacket to wear to like work and stuff, and I still wear it now. It's just very comfortable, and it's very lightweight, and like I said, it's a Lulu dupe, and I got it at Walmart, like I said, back in 2022 for
Probably 20 bucks.
20 bucks, yeah. So it's 10 out of 10. The quality is held up, and I used to wear it like a lot. I don't wear it as much now, but I threw it on today because...
Well, you also don't work as much now, so
yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah, and so...
and it's not like the type of jacket that like when it's cold outside, it's the first one you're going for. You're going for a thicker one.
No, it's a spring jacket for sure.
Or if you're going in a building and you're like, oh, it might be cold in there, I'll take my jacket.
Yeah, and I got a medium, and it's 10 out of 10. So. Yeah. It's good.
All right. Well, that wraps up this week's episode. Like I always say, I'll link our Instagram, our Spotify, our Apple Podcast, our YouTube, everything below. And we hope you'll have a great week.
Bye.